And while this might just be a level 4 felony to a lot of people, under the circumstances, this has felt like the reincarnation of Al Capone's trial, okay? To be honest. And it's not your fault. I'm not trying to say it's your fault, I'm saying, but the way that this has been, so that's probably the reason you see us sharing notes and doing prayer sessions. My mom's 69 years old. She was born in 1952 in Texas. All right, she knows a thing about racism. She doesn't really need a lecture about the extent of racism. Neither does an openly gay African-American man. All right, I strongly believe, you know what I'm going to say, I strongly believe in my brother's innocence. But I'm not going to rehash try to relitigate the issues in the case today. Your Honor, I come before you humbly to request leniency when you sentence my brother. Please remember that we are currently living in a time in which we are enduring a vicious pandemic, extreme economic uncertainty, a major conflict in Eastern Europe, and global paradigm shifts taking place everywhere. As human beings, we are collectively worn down. But Jussie Smollett is not at the source of the socioeconomic and political problems on Earth. On quite the contrary, he is a man who has been a beacon of hope, charity, and philanthropy to his nation and to his community. He has made real efforts in his lifetime to promote equality and love among all of humanity. He has expressed strong political views and has stood against injustice wherever he thinks it may lie. His criticism of powerful individuals, organizations, and practices does not make him a bad person, okay, or someone who should be punished. It simply makes him an American. I'm sure that Mr. Dan Webb was once on former President Ronald Reagan's radar for his criticism during the Iran-Contra prosecutions, all right? But standing up to powers and authorities in America is what makes us, part of what makes us American. And he turned out to have a pretty successful career after he stood up to power. Jussie does not have malice or hatred toward anyone, and it is truly unfortunate that his reputation has received so many negative connotations, and he has never received the benefit of the doubt or a proper presumption of innocence. And even though I completely disagree with the jury's decision in this case, I am not attempting to rehash it here. I only want to give support to the point that Jussie should not be incarcerated. Jussie Smollett is my younger brother. I know you're going to think I'm biased. I am 5 years older than he is, and I can remember him at infancy. He has always been a loyal, loving, and creative human being. He is not a threat to the people of Illinois. And in my humble opinion, Jussie is completely innocent, but even for those, once again, who think he is guilty, the crime he has been accused of is not even considered a felony in most states. Furthermore, here in Illinois and in Cook County, disorderly conduct is oftentimes not even prosecuted and charges are frequently dropped. Incarceration of any kind would send the wrong message, especially in a time in which we as a nation have expressed in a bipartisan plurality the desire to see real criminal justice reform and an end to unnecessary mass incarceration, which predominantly affects African Americans, Hispanics and Latinos, and poor and impoverished white people. We also know now that as a nation that calls itself free, we cannot do so while continuing to incarcerate more nonviolent offenders than any other nation in the world. Mass incarceration is also an unnecessary burden to the taxpayers, to law enforcement, and it is simply unjust and wrong. For those who believe that Jussie is guilty once again and needs more punishment, I would also ask you to consider the gut-wrenching and stomach-turning punishment he has already experienced for the last 3 years. The TV show that he poured so much labor and commitment into making a success was ripped away from him even before he was criminally tried. The fact is, the overwhelming majority of mass and online media reporting in early 2019 resulted in a premature assumption of guilt, and the court of public opinion had already convicted Jussie in early 2019. For the last 3 years, he has had to live in anxiety and in a certain kind of pseudo form of house arrest. As a public figure, he has had to deal with public scorn and the real security threats associated with being an accused celebrity. He was, in essence, quarantining almost a year before the COVID-19 pandemic even began. Now, we all know the Sixth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution guarantees the right to a speedy trial. In my opinion, it is unfathomable for me to stand here in March of 2022 pleading with Your Honor not to give my brother jail time for a low-level offense that is alleged to have been committed in early 2019. For those who believe he is guilty, once again, trust me when I say that the punishment he has already received has far exceeded the actual alleged offense that you accuse him of. Your Honor, there's been a lot talked about, restoring public trust. In my opinion, you don't restore public trust by demonstrating to the public that a level 4 felony, which once again is not even what he's accused of, not even a felony charge in most states in America, by giving him a stiff sentence, which includes jail time. That's not restoring public trust. That's in my opinion, all right? And if you were to go 5 miles in any direction in this area, from this courthouse, and talk to people in the community, you're not going to say, they're not going to tell you, oh yeah, we restored the public trust because Jussie Smollett went to jail. Trust me, it's not going to happen, all right? This is not restoring public trust, all right? We are dealing with a lot of things in the world right now, and sending him to jail would not be restoring public trust. So please also keep in mind that, like myself, many people view this case as nothing more than a he said, she said kind of case, all right, with no evidence to have warranted his conviction in the first place. With that in mind, Your Honor, I am humbly requesting that your sentencing of my brother not include any incarceration. I, myself, and my entire family will be eternally grateful. And I thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is there an additional witness that would like to say something today?
Yes.